All right, so this week we are finishing the skeletal system and we're looking at the joints and their movements. Joints are classified by both their structure, like how they're put together, and the structural features, like what are the ends are and how they notch together. And then also they're classified by how they function and by how much they are able to move. Okay, so are they be able to move a lot, or do they not move very much at all, like the sutures in the skull? So we'll look at the knee joint in detail as an example of a complex complex synovial joint. It's also called a diarthrosis joint. Diarthrosis means freely movable. Synovial refers to you having a synovial cavity, have a synovial fluid inside there. We'll do a chicken wing dissection. That would be what we would do in lab. I do a chicken wing dissection. The department has taken those out, but I still do them because I think they're really useful. So anyway, but you can look at the video of that because I think it's really instructive as to what's inside the joints. And so we'll do a chicken wing dissection to look at the joints, and you'll see the bones in the chicken look very similar to ours, and they fit together the same way. It's really interesting to look at the ends of the bones, and you go, oh my gosh, they actually fit together. There's a radius and an ulna and the humerus. So let's see, you'll need to know the names of the classifications of the joints for both structure and function. For instance, what's the difference between a synarthrosis, an amphiarthrosis, and a diarthrosis? What is a syndesmosis or a gomphosis? What is a cartilaginous versus a synovial versus a fibrous joint? And can you give examples of those? So you get the idea. Also, you need to know joint movements, so know what flexion and extension and hyperextension are. And you'll have to watch the lecture videos, very likely to really understand that. And other types of joint movements as well. I posted a lot of videos, but a lot of them are pretty short, so it won't take you long to get through them. There are 8 parts to the PowerPoint lectures, but that's because I did my as long as we're here thing, and I talk about related topics. I know it adds time onto the lecture videos, but I like to add on information that you might enjoy knowing and that relates to what you've learned since you now know the bones, and then you're learning the joints, and you understand how these things fit together. And those, at least as long as we're here kind of parts, it gives us a reason for wanting to learn all this stuff. Because otherwise you're just learning bones and joints and like amphiarthrosis, so you learn a cool word, but other than that, like, well, big deal. So I want to solve that, so what issue by, giving examples and showing why this matters. So I also put up a page with a bunch of links to animations of surgeries and so actual surgeries, so that you can see how those are done. There's some animations and some actual ones. So if that grosses you out, you may don't watch them. But if you're into that, go ahead and watch them. I put a total hip replacement arthroplasty, a total shoulder replacement, a shoulder arthroscopic surgery, a knee surgery for ACL, meniscus, and total knee replacement. Those surgery videos I think they're totally fun. Okay, and they're totally fun just for you. They're not required viewing, but I think you'll enjoy them. So take the time to watch those. They're cool. They're really cool. So, and then let's see, read the book, Unit 11, Joints, watch the lecture videos and demonstration videos, do the pre-lab and post-lab exercises in the book, write those down, upload those to Dropbox, do the lab activities in the book that I listed in the news section. That's like activity 1 and 3, skip activity 2, I think, because it's like muscles and like you're going to do that in AP2, so don't worry about it. And then do the assignments on Pearson. So do all of that stuff in the book and on Pearson. So all the stuff in the book and upload to Dropbox, and then Pearson, assignments on Pearson, do those as well for the homework grade, if you want to call it. And study the pictures in the book too. Look at the pictures of joint movement and understand what those are, and also practice those yourself. Something like, take your arm and like, okay, flexion, extension. All right, just figure that out. So how those all work. Quiz 9 over the joints will be due by April 1st, and there's likely going to be about 35 questions on that. I'll put that up. I'll get that up here in the next day or so. And as always, if anyone wants to review with me on Zoom, let me know. And if you want a group session, let me know that too. Otherwise, email me, text me, or call me. And I hope you guys have a great week. All right. See ya. Bye.